Welcome back to Gloucester Wild Camping. Well, you join me at Bowden Bridge in Hayfield, and it's Friday 31st October. What better thing to do than go out for a wild camp? Now, I'm on my own at the moment, but I will be meeting Tim at our destination tonight, which is Cluther Rocks. And I'm going to take a different route to Cluther Rocks tonight. I want to give thanks to Kevin Stark. I'll put your channel in the description, thank you mate, for this idea. This is a path that I've not done before, but it's not much longer than the most direct route to Cluther Rocks. So what we do is we're going to head towards Kinder Low, and rather than climbing Kinder Low, we're going to be skirting left at the bottom, because there's a path there which I believe is called the Three Knolls Path, and on that path I believe there are 3 burial chambers, hence the name. So whether we'll have enough light to see them, I don't know. It's actually 2:45 now, so I am going to have to try and get a wriggle on. But the problem we've got is it is forecast rain. In fact, there was a shower on the way here in the car, and it's really warm, so I'm hoping it doesn't rain too much, because putting raincoat on in warm temperatures, you get just as wet with sweat as you would with the water. Anyway, I'll film at various points along the way as always. Enjoy the trip. There's our destination, centre of the screen there. It's like a rocky lump, and behind that rocky lump there's some quite nice flat areas for camping. Those who watch the channel, of course, will have seen the other 2 videos I've done in this area. But this is a great route, and now that the rain has finally stopped, after me getting pretty soaked and eventually conceding and putting my waterproof trousers and jacket on, which was fun in the rain, but I've done it now, and this path is really nice because you immediately get up and get some views. Because you're not on the very top, you're not sort of looking across the plateau, you're just sort of staying on the very edge where you can see all these beautiful views. So yeah, really happy with this. I reckon another, I don't know, perhaps half an hour, 35 minutes to get to camping from here. Anyway, I'll crack on. Well, I've arrived at what I assume must be one of these burial chambers that's on this path. There's various clumps of rocks that I've passed, but this one seems to be the most promising. Absolutely glorious now though. Now the rain stopped. Got a really lovely moody atmosphere. few minutes ago there was a rumble of thunder. I thought, oh, I'm not sure I want to be here in this, but thankfully I'm not going to the very top, so hopefully there'll at least be some shelter here. So I'm going to make my way back down to the path now, and the end is in sight. The lump over there at Cluther Rocks is quite easily identifiable now. So another 15, maybe even 10 minutes to get there, I say. It's actually a bit of a descent from the path, and I assume I'll probably be going off-piste for that, so that might hold things up a little bit. But hey, now that the rain has stopped, these conditions are fantastic and I'm really, really enjoying it. Praise the Lord. Well, we've made it, and I found what looks like pretty much the one spot that's out of the wind, because it's really windy, quite strong gusts, but I managed to find this just nestled right next to the rocks there. I'm amazed I've made it work, because the ground looked very lumpy bumpy with all these tufts of grass, but inside it's actually not too bad. The tent, as you can see, is actually fairly taut, so can't complain at that. Obviously, because I've put it so close to the rocks, I've not really been able to get guys out on the other side, but the rocks themselves will provide shelter from the wind from that side anyway, so it's not an issue. But what I'll do in a minute is I'll step out on top of this little outcrop here and show you what the wind's like. Well, right over there we can see the downfall. I can just about see it flowing, and the wind is gusting and it's doing its reversal every so often. See the water blown right up, so it shows how strong the wind is. I'll just show you over the desolation that is Cluther Rocks. Absolutely stunning. And this side of it, I'm totally out of the wind. I just pray the wind doesn't change direction. But to be fair, the wind so often blows towards the downfall. That's the default direction the wind blows in these parts. So I should be pretty fine where I am. But let's just get up these rocks here and we'll see if it's gusting up on top. Yeah, there's probably about 20 mile an hour gusts at the moment, maybe 25, nothing too bad. But every so often you get a roaring one that rips in, so I'm really glad to be out of it. Tim hasn't arrived yet. I'll be waiting for an update from him. He's actually just got back from holiday today. I think he was abroad in Spain, but if it wasn't Spain, I'm sure he'll correct me later. But I'll just do a nice pan round of the area here. The sun's probably already set now. You can see the Kinder Reza down there, glinting in the light. And the lights of Manchester, Stockport, etc. all coming on. Anyway, so that's where we are. So whilst I've still got a little bit of light, I'm going to go and get my things unpacked and get everything ready in the tent and get settled down. I'll see you in the tent. Hopefully Tim will have arrived by then as well. Well, unfortunately, I put the camera onto the wrong setting. It was the slow motion setting, which doesn't include any sound. So although I've been able to speed up the clip here to the correct speed visually, there is no sound. But basically, I'm just showing you around the tent, showing you the view outside the tent door here, and just showing you what I intend to eat for tea tonight. Unfortunately, my error with the camera settings extended to the 2 clips you can see here, just showing you some highlights of them, where we're talking in the tents, firstly in mine and then in Tim's tent. But basically, the upshot of the conversation was Tim was talking about his trip to Benidorm, not somewhere he would have chosen to go. He said that it's a very, very built up place and that there was a lot of people there, weren't his kind of people. But the weather was nice, and there were some parts of Benidorm where he said you could actually get away from the crowds a little bit. And he sent me this little piece of footage I'm showing you here, which I just thought spectacular. I mean, it looks like a movie. But all in all, Benidorm is not for Tim. He sent me some video clips of the mountains that he saw as well. And Spain is a beautiful place, there's some amazing areas there. Thankfully, after this, as you'll see, I've fixed all these problems, and the rest of the clips, I've got the sound. Pleasure's on. Well, we've had a bit of a disaster in terms of recording. I recorded Tim and me in the tent, in my tent, and then we had another chat in his tent. His tent is in a lot windier conditions than mine. I'm hidden behind the rocks here, but he's up on the top there where it's a lot windier. But both of them didn't come out because I had selected slow motion recording by mistake. So I could certainly correct the video by speeding it up, but there's no sound on slow motion setting, so genius. So anyway, I'm actually going to turn in now. It's about 11:15, and yeah, nice and comfortable in here. So I'm looking forward to a good night's sleep. So I'll see you first thing in the morning, and I'll make sure the camera is on the correct setting in the morning. And I wish you all a good night. Well, good morning. That was quite a wild night, even here in this sheltered position. The wind seemed to be whipping around these rocks somehow. You'd hear it wind up the top there, and then it'd like almost like a vortex, and then come sweeping round, and it'd catch the other end of the tent where my head was. And yeah, there was quite some of those gusts. They must have been upwards of 50 mile an hour. So what Tim must have experienced up where he is, I don't know, but we'll interview him later once we've had this brew got up. But yeah, what a beautiful window this is. What a view. I think we're going to go back the Three Knolls way this morning, the path that I did yesterday. Tim hasn't seen that path yet, so I said to him it's worth doing, it's a nice route. So we'll drop back into Hayfield that way. Anyway, let's get on with the job in hand. Wake up juice. Right, I'm afraid I haven't had a chance to film much. It's felt a bit flustered this morning, but we're all packed away. And that's where I was. Somehow I made that spot work. I'm not sure how, but it was an awesome spot. Right behind the rocks there. So it's out of the worst. Just to prove Tim actually was with us. Shall we have a look at your spot? Can you remember where it was? Ah, there you go.
It's a place to paint.
Yeah, so how did you fare, mate? The tent actually took the pain, didn't it?
It did take the pain. I've taken it to a place where it should never have survived.
Yeah. It goes to show that those changes you made to it paid off.
Oh, massive, yeah. I've done loads of upgrades on it. No, it is actually did it. So the outside looked like a soggy whip-wap, but the inside was okay.
Whip-wap.
Whip-wap. So yeah, the inside was okay, like an inner tent should be, but the outside was about as uniform and angular as a soggy whip-wap.
Yeah. Right, well, that's gonna make our way back along the Three Knolls path. I'll just quickly show you Kinder, seeing as it's doing its upside down thing. Sorry, I just said Kinder. I meant, let's just show you the downfall. You can hear the wind probably on the microphone, but yeah, it's going for it. Not sure if that's coming out there, but the waterfall is well and truly being blown up and back. And there's quite a high wind chill here, so I think we'll get moving and get warm. What a place though. As always, what a place. Kinder once again delivers an experience. Quite an extreme experience this time.
Very good here. Very good place.
Good old Cluther Rocks. Right then, let's go, sir.
Yeah.
Hope you can hear me, but we've just stopped off at the burial chamber again. Thought it's worth showing Tim. Tim's in camping spot mode. Yeah, it's definitely a camping spot, this, isn't it? Definitely a camping spot. Would you like it, Tim?
I do. Yes, I do. I think it's a very, very obvious place to come.
It's unclear to me whether it's two separate chambers or not, because you've got these other rocks next to it. Oh, that wind. Well, here's a chamber I missed yesterday. The path is lower down than this. Most of the chambers are on some sort of little tumulus or little rise. So as we were coming back, we could see this one. So it's good to come back and investigate. Yeah, it was probably like a covered earthen mound, wasn't it, over the top of the rocks. I personally think that they wouldn't have bothered trying to move the rocks, because I mean they're tons and tons, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think what they would have done is seen rock formations, thought that would make a good place, and then probably bury it with rocks and dirt.
Yeah, but also, just to be an argument for their side, they're very good at moving rocks for some reason, them days. They were clever.
Oh yeah, but if they had high technology like we think they might have done, yeah.
They could do what they want them days. I know with the Egyptians, they definitely can move massive blocks of granite.
Oh yeah. I'm afraid I don't buy the pulleys and winches thing. Things that weigh like 20 tons.
I think it's a mixture of technology, normal technology, and higher technology.
Yeah.
Which, if you want to be really like, there's a lot of stuff we've forgotten as well.
Yeah.
So we're not allowed to move things. But about sound, you can actually move things with sound.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Yeah.
That's one of the theories, isn't it?
Yeah.
Make them levitate by making them vibrate at a certain frequency.
Yeah. You can actually lift. Yeah. Well, you can break glass with sound. A very, really strong glass, and by just the right frequency.
I can break glass by going. The sound
No,
of the sound of appreciation.
You broke me. You broke me. Oh!
Right, so there you go. That's the last glimpse of the second burial mound before we make a move.
The lichen. The very last portion of lichen there. You know, look at it. On top of that rock. So very woolly, bushy lichen.
Very nice.
Interesting.
There we go. Two lovely morning faces. You don't really get a morning face, do you?
I don't.
I don't think so. Not as bad as I do.
I do. I look like a squashed crisp packet.
Like a wrung out tea bag. Well, there you go. Anyway, so I'm sorry. There's a load of footage missing with this, so it's a real shame. But what's your synopsis of the camp so far? Well, it's done now, isn't it?
It's testing. It was testing. It was special. My tent was to the exact extreme limit. I think it was about 2 miles an hour more. I think it would have been blown off the mountain.
Yeah. Did you do any phone footage of the winds in your tent?
No.
So I don't think we've got any footage that really expresses what they were like, have we?
You've got to take our verbal sort of description.
I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to go back to that area, especially where we saw those burial chambers. There's one amazing place there.
Very good, that.
So, and one of the things I want to do as well is I want to go and have a look at Kinderlow Cavern and see where that leads. If it opens up into a big labyrinth or whether it's just a little passage.
Yeah, what's there? Just have a look.
Yeah, and then. So that's what we'll do on the next camp, maybe. But either way, it'll be another month probably before we have another camp, which is a shame. But
yeah, we'll work it out. We'll have to work it out.
Work it out.
Work it out.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.